For 2 years
exactly.
now.
You're going to replace a legend, which is not tough to do. Aaron Rodgers did it well with Brett Favre, and Steve Young has done it well with Joe Montana. But other than that, it doesn't happen often, and those are really tough shoes to follow. I understand why you're overwhelmed.
I'm not the same player as Cam Newton.
Right. Andrew, I want to thank you for being on our show today. Next up, we have the man himself, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant. Kobe, you are setting records not only historically in the NBA, but Lakers-wise. Kobe, where do you see yourself as one of the best all-time Los Angeles Lakers and NBA basketball players?
You know what? I'm always getting compared to Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan, but I think I'm pretty good. Let's put the numbers to test. I have 5 championships. I've been a 14-time All-Star, 4-time MVP, and first-team All-NBA 8 times. Me and Magic are almost the same, right? But let's see if I get one more. If I get one more championship, will I even be considered in the same league as Magic Johnson, or will I be better?
Ooh.
Will I be compared to Michael Jordan?
You know, I see my buddy Drew here. He's got a few disagreements. He's got a little shaky in the head. What do you think, Drew?
Magic Johnson is the best Laker of all time, and it's not close.
By far.
By far. He won 5 championships, and people forget he left the league in '92 when he contracted the HIV virus. He was at the top of his level. He was, I think he's 32, 33 years old. Kobe's older than that now, so Magic left and didn't come back at the top of his level. He was, when you think of Showtime Lakers, and I know a lot of people in our generation don't understand what Showtime Lakers, but Magic Johnson for 10 years was the face of the National Basketball Association.
He magically made everybody on the team better as well. He could have gone to any team and made anybody on that team better.
I just want to say, your voice is much cuter than I thought it would be, Cole.
Yeah,
thank you.
I agree.
It is, isn't it? It's got a nice, like, girlish touch to it.
Yeah.
It's kind of sensual. But, Nick, I know we were talking before. You were a big fan of Kobe Bryant, I believe, the way we were talking.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts for Kobe?
I think when you look at the commitment level, the tenacity, and the sheer will to win of Kobe Bryant, he's got one of the top skill sets in the history of NBA as well. And if he does end up capturing a 6th title, he's mentioned in the same breath as Michael Jordan. Everybody understands Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. It's fairly well understood and accepted. If you're mentioned in the same breath, if you're one of the best NBA players of all time, how are you not one of the best Lakers of all
Magic
time?
has 5.
I don't understand. The Magic Johnson, in his first NBA Finals when he was a rookie, he started at every position. Guys, he was 6'8" point guard. He started at set. I don't see the comparison. I know we're stuck in today's era, but that was the great era of the NBA.
That's true. They're two totally different eras. I'd like to give Drew 15 points, but Nick, you can't go wrong, especially when Larry Bird would want you on your team. And who is Larry Bird's biggest rival? Magic Johnson. Nick, congratulations. You're going to get a faint 10 here if we can.
Who beat Bird, though?
Huh? Who beat Bird? Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson beat Bird.
Who has more titles? Magic. You're right. So I was definitely contradicting myself there. Bird is at 3. We're going to bring on our last athlete before I make a fool out of myself. We're going to bring on Eli Manning. Eli, there's been a lot of talks if you're going to be already in the Hall of Fame after winning 2 Super Bowls in your first 8 years as a quarterback. You've already won 2 MVPs. Some say you might even be better than your brother Peyton. Eli, what do you think, buddy?
Well, first off, I just want to say that I love Peyton, and I respect the heck out of him, and shucks. But listen, I've been a starter in the NFL now for 7 seasons. Regular season-wise, I'm a little touch and go. 58% of my passes are completed. I've only thrown 50 more touchdowns than interceptions, and 67 fumbles over 7 seasons. That's almost 10 a year. And there's only been 1 season where I've thrown less than 14 interceptions. Not exactly Hall of Fame caliber. But look at my postseason numbers, brah. 5-1 on the road. 5 wins on the road, the most of any quarterback in NFL history. 2 Super Bowl titles and 2 MVPs in those Super Bowls. No player in any sport is evaluated based on championships more than the NFL quarterback.
Exactly.
And I've already got as many as most NFL Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Listen, here's what I'm going to say. I've built up a pretty good resume already. I'm only 31. I've got a little bit more time. I'm a really shaky touch-and-go quarterback, but here's what I've got going for me. I'm in the New York market, a market that's addicted to winning. I'm always going to have a suffocating defense, a talented core of wide receivers, and a top-tier offensive line. Whether people like it or not, including me, I may be a Hall of Fame quarterback by the end of my book.
But you are not the one that's going to be able to select that. Experts, what do you think?
I don't I don't think he is. I mean, championships.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
he's got
Yep.
2. He's got time to prove himself.
Yeah.
But I think his brother's still better than him, even
Yeah,
though it
I
doesn't
agree.
have the numbers to prove. I mean, the championships to prove it. He's got 1, I believe, and he's got 2. But I mean, look at him during the regular season. He's horrible, and then he just
He's
puts.
still Tom Brady's daddy.
Yeah.
Just win.
Any last words on this topic to Eli?
I think not yet. Like she just said, not yet. The best
Yeah.
point that Nick made or Eli made over here was that the one position in sports that's evaluated by championships is the NFL quarterback. Other than that, he's had great defenses and he's had lackluster numbers, in my opinion. So not yet, but he's definitely an elite quarterback.
With a great impersonation, great statistical analysis of himself, being very humble as well, but also with expert analysis from our experts here on the panel. Guys, Nick's doing a heck of a job here.
He's running away with this thing.
Formulating points in some way or another.
How many points
15.
is this next round?
And this next round here, after we come back from break, will be the deciding factor, and it'll be worth a whopping 10 points. So it might bring somebody close to Nick, or Nick, you might spread it open. We're going to go to a UWL promo here really quick, and we'll bring it right back.
Fact: University of Wisconsin La Crosse is ranked the #2 college in the Midwest.
UW La Crosse is ranked number 34 for out-of-state students among public universities nationwide.
UW La Crosse is ranked as one of the most military-friendly schools in the nation.
UW La Crosse is number 24 among medium colleges and universities for Peace Corps volunteers.
Welcome back to Sports Scene. You know, I'm going to correct what I said before. We're actually going to make this final round worth 15, so one of our contestants has the opportunity to win, seeing as that Cole only has 5 and Steph only has 5. All right, guys, our final topic, guys and lady. Our final topic is going to be about college hoops. As we talked about before, there's only one real #1 team that has definitively proven that they are #1. You know, you got your Syracuses and your Dukes and your UNCs right behind them, but Kentucky people are playing very, very well. And there's been a lot of shakeups in the standings. Drew, started off, what are your thoughts and your feelings about college hoops this year so far?
You took the words right out of my mouth, Chance. You really did. The one word that really rings true to me for this year in college basketball is parity. Parity, it's huge. The #1 team is Kentucky. I don't think Syracuse. I don't think they're anything special. I don't think they make it past the Sweet 16.
They've played inconsistent.
Duke, who's their best player, is a freshman guard who's a glorified AAU player, doesn't really play a position. So I see Kentucky as being it.
I like Kentucky also. The only loss they had was against Indiana, and that was a buzzer beater.
Right.
But they're all freshmen too, so who knows where they'll be next year? They may be in the NBA, but yeah, I like Wisconsin, but of course Ohio State is always up there for Big Ten. I'm a big Big Ten fan, so hopefully Wisconsin makes a run in it, but they usually only get to the second round or so.
All right, Nick.
I got a quick take. Big Ten is back, baby.
Yeah.
A lot of teams in the top 25. Ohio State, Michigan State, the Badgers, Michigan, and Indiana.
No champion.
Boom. Cole.
How can you argue? I know Syracuse plays poorly, but how can you argue their position in the standings? They have 1 loss.
Well, that's not my argument. I just don't.
Are you arguing that they should be ahead
I'm saying they're better than you gave them credit to be.
I'm not giving them no. I'm not dissing them at all. They're one of my favorite
like
teams in the Big East.
Right.
They're not gonna
I'm
make
just
it past
saying,
Sweet 16.
definitively, as consistent as
tough
Kentucky
defense.
has played throughout the entire year. Syracuse made 1 3-pointer last night in their game versus Louisville.
We'll see what happens in the tournament.
Yep.
All right, Drew, I liked your comments. I'm a big fan. We're going to give you the whopping 15 points to equal 25.
It's got to be rigged.
Drew will be our winner. Steph, Nick, Cole, close seconds. And our Valentine's gift is a rose. Happy Valentine's Day, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
You bet. For all of us here at Sports Scene, thank you very much. Join us next week as we'll come on with Sports Talk Live. Enjoy your Valentine's Day, everybody.